Guys, there's a little secret. There's a little secret that we have to share with you guys, which is that the most successful people on social media, they don't do social media every day. They just don't. In fact, some of them don't even look at their social media. They meet with someone or they do this themselves one time per month, and they get all of their content recorded in a batch environment, and it's stored locally on a phone, on their phone, on someone else's phone, and someone else magically goes and makes it happen. Or they can just do it all themselves by scheduling. So in this webinar, we're going to unpack this idea of batch recording content for social media, because let's face it, 99% of us do not enjoy doing social media. It's not something that we're habitual about. It's something that's uncomfortable, something that we're forced to do, something that we have to pay some coach to tell us to do. I mean, how many real estate coaches out there are telling their clients, go on social media, get on TikTok, folks, get on Instagram? I mean, how many of those groups are you a part of where you keep hearing that? Well, there's a reason why people are saying it, because it's valuable. But at the same time, there's ways to do this efficiently using technology, using your devices, using AI, which Darius is going to show us in a minute. So in this webinar, just get ready, fasten your seatbelts, get ready to learn how to do this. You know, we've now adopted this as part of our company. We've seen hundreds and hundreds of real estate agents successfully do this. And let me tell you something, there is such a thing as a shortcut in life, okay? You don't always have to do things the old-fashioned way. Sometimes you can use tools to make something hyper efficient. And sometimes, frankly, the less time you put into something, the more results you're going to get, because you have a system, all right? So Darius, if you want to kick this off, I know we're going to talk about Content Cal. I know that we have a doc that we're going to share with you guys, which is sort of like a spreadsheet that you guys can use. Darius, What do we got?
Guys, we actually have some very nice actionable items, some deliverables for you guys to walk away with today, because we've done some stuff on batch recording before, but we want to make sure as you guys have some very actionable things to take with you. And we always cover the why here, guys. Why? Ruben just covered that. Like, batch recording is what actually makes this possible. If you do not have a content calendar, if you do not have stuff in place, in plan, you plan to fail, you fail to plan, right? Same thing. So make plans, and content calendars are going to make this possible. And batch recording just goes right along with that, because you have your plan. You can go spend one day of the week of the month generating content for the rest of your week or month. I can't tell you guys, it feels so good. Like, because you know you're supposed, like, imagine we all should be working out, right? Imagine if you can get your month's worth of working out done in a day, in like 2 hours. You'd be like, this is amazing. I just got my 2 hours done for the whole month. Very possible with technology, with our health and fitness, unfortunately. So that's what we're here to show you guys. Why do this? We know why. It's extremely valuable. It's going to help us make this possible. So go ahead and come to the next one, Ina.
I'm sorry, Darius, did you just say that I can do all my workouts in one day for the month? Is that what I just
Right.
heard?
Whole month's worth of fitness in 2 hours. Yeah.
Okay, you got to teach me how to do that after this webinar.
Right. Yeah. Okay, let's do the technology first. So guys, what we're going to have you guys walk away with today is 3 deliverables. One is we actually have a content calendar for you. It's the framework. It's a skeleton that's going to show you, here's what a content calendar looks like. Here's what it actually looks like to have a plan. You guys don't have to build one from scratch. Now, guys, this is a framework. It's a skeleton. It's not like a full built out project management tool. If you guys are using something like Asana or Monday or ClickUp or whatever, use that instead of this framework we're going to give you. What we're going to give you is basically an Excel sheet with columns that plan out your content calendar. That's all that it needs to be. It doesn't need to be anything else. If your skill set is above using a spreadsheet and you're, like I said, you're a project management master like Asana or something, great, excellent. Use those. That's where we're at. Evolve beyond the spreadsheets and move into project management tools. So we want you guys to have a very easy foot right out of the door, right out of the gate, whatever. We have your content calendar built. That's one deliverable. The second deliverable we have for you guys is your perfect 3 first posts. So we're going to give you 3 perfect outlines that each have a nice little explainer to go along with it. And that's going to be also part of the deliverables, is your 3 perfect social media posts. These are rinse repeatable posts where it's not just one post one time and you're done. These can be repeated a number of times every day, in fact, to power up your social channels. The third thing here, we're going to give you guys the perfect prompt, a nice simple sentence to power up the AI to give you guys unlimited ideas for your content calendars and your batch recording. So that's the 3 things we're going to deliver for you guys today. The framework of your content calendar, the actual content calendar itself, 3 perfect post outlines. We're going to go over each of those so you guys understand the formula for how you can create a perfect social post every day. And then 3, the perfect prompt to use the AI to generate new content when you don't have ideas of what you want to do. So, all right, guys, we can't wait to get these 3 things into your hands. We're going to jump straight into it. The first one is the content calendar. So we will be sending the recording with the link to this asset just after this, probably later today or tomorrow if we need to do some trim on the video. So it's coming to you very shortly. If you guys would like it faster, if you want this content calendar today and the trainings to these links we're going to provide, just come to support@dubb.com and say, hey, I'd like the material from today's training. We'll get it over to you today. Now, the first thing is just a little glimpse of the content calendar we're going to provide you. There's several sheets to it. One of these sheets is the second deliverable that I talked about, the 3 perfect posts we're going to give you. You can see there's the name of the perfect post, and there's a link to the tutorial, the instruction for creating this perfect post. There's also the prompt. There's also some other links there. This is just a little preview of what the calendar looks like. The other sheet is actually the content calendar itself, where it has the content on the left, the name of the post essentially, and then on the right, you're going to populate a column, which is the dates, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? Whatever dates you're lining up for. So this is the first deliverable. We're going to have this sent over to you guys. Just like I said, if you want it today, go to support, or we'll be sending it to the registrants. So this one, guys, we're going to do a little breakout session here. We have 3 perfect posts to share with you guys, 2 of which we're going to break down for you right now. Ruben, are you with us? You want to tell us what the insider secret's all about?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so here we go. There's this question that we all have. What should I say on social media? Okay, that is one of the most common questions that people have when it comes to posting on social media. What do I say? I don't know what to say. We as sales professionals, you put us in a room, we're at a barbecue, we're at a networking event, we can talk people's heads off, right? We all have that gift of gab, right? That's kind of why we got into these industries. But all of a sudden, for some of us, when that camera gets turned on, we freeze. We forget all those things, all those interesting things that we wanted to post on social media. We forget those things. So one of the ways that we can liberate ourselves to always have something to remember to say is to have these prompts, right? These sort of 10 questions that you might include on your phone somewhere in a notepad that asks you, hey, what about this? Or what should you say about this? Or someone wants to know about that. So one of my favorite things to add to this list is the idea of the insider info post, right? And what it means is this, is that each and every person in this room has some insider info. You have some expertise. You know some vernacular of vocab, something about interest rates, something about real estate, something about how to buy, how to sell, how to maximize value. And that information is stuff that consumers or your prospects or your clients might not know about. So if you share your expertise about something, all of a sudden what happens is you're put on a pedestal because you know about a certain thing that people didn't know about. You know, for example, when it comes to writing social media posts, there's something called the hook method. And in the hook method, you always want to start your video with a hook within the first 3 to 5 seconds. So if I'm doing a social media post on how to post on social media, I might talk about the hook method. And because I've shared something that's sort of an insider info, people might find value in that. So I would just encourage you guys, the next time you're on social media, just ask yourself, what do you know that's sort of insider expert information that people will want to learn about? And just jot down a couple of ideas. I know that you know this stuff because you're a professional and you're great at what you do. So now's your chance to get that on social media.
Nice. I love that. Like the acronyms, stuff like that you guys can show. Like, here, look, I've been around the block. I'm not brand new to this. I know what I'm talking about. People want to know that you know that. That's how they build trust with you. So I love that insider post, insider secrets, expert insight, whatever you want to call it. Guys, you have unlimited opportunity there, right? There's literally 1 million expert insights you can provide to the average person that doesn't know anything about real estate. Literally, you could probably come up with 1 million of them. And so this is a rinse and repeatable formula that you can use every day, multiple times a week, to post something valuable to social media. So guys, there is formula number 1, expert insight. Now I'm going to break down for you here formula number 2, which I like to call the client or customer appreciation post. So there's 2 different models I'm going to cover. One is the first version, which is this client has given you explicit permission to share their testimonial or their story, right? It's like you've collected their testimonial, perhaps with Dubb. So this is the first example I'm going to give, is the example where you have their explicit permission. So let me share my screen really quick. So let's say, guys, if you capture their testimonial video with Dubb, this is the best use case possible. You use the video feature to capture their video. And then this becomes part of your social post where it starts with you saying, hey guys, I want to tell you about a story about a client of mine. My client's named Darius. And when we started working together, Darius had a low credit score and he was not able to get the loan that he needed. After 6 months of working with my partner in his credit repair program, now Darius is in the home of his dreams. And I wanted to just share this message from Darius and what it was like to work with me. And then boom, it rolls into my testimonial. That is the formula for a client appreciation post. And this is the example that I just gave where you actually captured the testimonial from your client. Now, the second type is where maybe this person was not willing to do a video. Maybe they're even not willing to have their likeness or message that they worked with you put out there, but we can still share their story. So let's take a second example. Let's take our client, Ruth, who's 68 years old and she was not comfortable doing a testimonial and she's not comfortable with you sharing her information, right? That you worked with her. So instead, what I would do is I'm going to record a video of just myself and share the story and say, guys, I want to tell you a story about a client of mine. She was a 68-year-old woman and she had this issue or this problem when we started working together. And as a result, we were able to accomplish this. And that's the same exact thing. So regardless of if you have someone's explicit given consent on sharing their story, you're able to share the story. And if you guys are newer, you can even share somebody else's story. Like in your office, in your brokerage, you can say, guys, I want to tell you a story about how my team and my brokerage handled this transaction, this opportunity. So if you're running short on ideas, you can borrow from somebody else's. It's best to tell your own stories, right? These are your clients. You want to appreciate the client in the post. So that's basically the formula for this, guys. It's called the client appreciation post. And there's really those two types of whether you have the client and their likeness to share, either in the form of an image or a testimonial video or something of theirs where you can show this is my client, this is what happened, fantastic. Or it's sort of a faceless client appreciation post where you just tell the story and the persona of who you helped. And again, that persona is your ideal client. Who do you want to work with? Are you working with more specifically with veterans or with the elderly or with, out of state people, whatever your expertise is, that's the client appreciation post you're going to create. So it's a specific person or a generic person that you're showing appreciation for in this post. And the formula is you want to say, guys, I want to tell you a story about my client that went from problem X to solution Y. And now everybody's happy. If you want to accomplish this same result, contact me below. Again, guys, this is a rinse and repeatable formula. Unless you're brand new and you have zero business and you're not part of a team or anything yet, then it's sort of difficult. If you guys have any number of past clients that you've worked with, every single one of those is a very powerful social post that has the potential to win you new business. If you're part of a team or a brokerage, you can leverage their success stories. Go talk to your broker owner, your team leader, and say, what are some stories where you went through something, you went through like a difficult process? What was that like? And then capture that story and say, I want to tell you a story about how my team and I take care of difficult situations. In this case, bad credit or the house burnt down, right? Whatever. Tell those stories because people are going to connect to those moments. And it's a formula that's rinse and repeatable. It's emotional, it's storytelling, it's all the stuff that we train you guys on how to create effective content. It's all of that in one. And it's true, authentic, because it's real stories. So guys, there's two perfect post formulas that we've delivered for you now. This one, client appreciation post, and the one prior, the expert insight. So literally unlimited, nearly, I guess the clients, you're sort of limited on client numbers, but lots of high value social content you guys can now create to power up your social channels. The third part here, Ina, go ahead and actually share. The third message we're going to, or the third perfect post formula is the value proposition. Now, Rob's not here to break this one down for you, but guys, it is in the deliverable. In the assets we're going to share with you, there is a link with a nice breakdown of how to create your value proposition post. Excuse me. It's similar to the insider secret where you have some unique value proposition, right? Some reason why your business, why people want to work with you versus other real estate agents. People don't know that you have that unique value unless you let them know. So absolutely something that should be put out there on social. Maybe you have more than one. Maybe you like, I work with veterans. I'm part of my church group community. I do this. I volunteer, right? People need to know stuff like that. And that's part of your value, that you're, a valuable member of your community or whatever. That's part of your value proposition. So whatever it is, why people should work with you, if you don't have that answer, you should definitely work on that answer. I think this is the first thing they tell you when you get licensed. Work on your value proposition, because why does someone want to work with you versus other realtors? So guys, these are the 3 perfect post formulas. We're going to be delivering them to you. If you want them now, just come to the support. We'll get you the tutorials there, the link to the asset. So guys, this is now, you have 3 perfect posts that can be rinsed and repeated over and over. Maybe the value proposition one doesn't have unlimited, but the other ones, you have a ton of ammunition here, guys. So if there's any questions on either one of these ones that we discussed, I know we just did 2 out of the 3 for now, but if you guys have questions on the insider secret or the customer appreciation post, let me know. We'll cover sort of the end here. But let's go ahead. Let's move on to part 3, the 3rd deliverable for you guys, which is actually, sorry, we're not ready for that yet. Let's talk about recording those 2 pieces that we just talked about, the insider secret and the customer appreciation post. What do you guys actually need to record those? So I want to show you, there's 2 options for this, your mobile or your desktop. And I'm going to show you guys both. So first, let me just show you the desktop version. I'm going to take over the share here real quick. Guys, we've really upgraded the desktop app. It's come a long way. And this is now the perfect tool for doing exactly what I just described, which is that client appreciation post. So you can, in this case, pull up a picture, an image, a headshot, something of the client, the property that you guys won or bought or sold for them, something that represents a visual of that client. So again, it's either their picture, their property that they bought or sold, or maybe even just your website. The idea is it's something visual where it's not just our face. If we have explicit permission from the client, they're going to be part of this visual. Again, they're the home they bought, the home they sold, the home that they didn't get the deal on, right? Some home in the background as a visual, or their Facebook page or something that represents the client. So on the desktop app, our self pulled up in the form of a circle or a square, whatever you feel comfortable with, and then them in the background. It's either, if you have their testimonial video, that's the best thing. And that's what we want in the background. If you don't have their testimonial video, then it's their Facebook page or one of those properties that I mentioned, something that represents the client and their transaction. So you have your visual, either their testimonial, their headshot, or their listing. Now you're going to record from here using the exact script that I gave you guys earlier and say, hey, everybody, I want to just take a moment and for this client appreciation post and tell you my story about working with Darius. So when we first started working with Darius, he had some very high expectations for what he wanted to accomplish, but the inventory was so low on the market that we ended up having to find a home that maybe wouldn't have been his first choice, but actually after we moved in, we ended up getting such a good deal that him and his family are now extremely happy with this property. And as a result, he has moved him and his family into their new home, and they're better because of it, right? Whatever. I won't tell the full thing here, but that's what we do here, guys. You pull up the visual, the Facebook, the listing, the whatever, tell the story. And if you capture their testimonial, then let their story be heard, like play the testimonial in the background after your piece. So this is how you create that client appreciation post. And this is the technology that you would use for that, guys, the desktop app. The one that Ruben mentioned, the expert insight, this can be either. You can use your visual to create that expert insight, just like I'm doing here. You can show something visual, breaking down the acronym or a slide or whatever you wanted to show, or it could even be just yourself. And you can do that either right from the same tool here, desktop app, except instead of the screen, I'm going to record my webcam. I can do that right from here, same option. If I prefer, I can do this from the mobile. Just show this really quick. Guys, the mobile app is ready for you. Same exact thing. You can pop in your teleprompter script with your expert insight, right? The acronym you want to share, the client you want to appreciate, pop that into your teleprompter. And then right from here, you're able to record. So whichever device you guys prefer. Is it your webcam, or do you want to be on the walk at the tour, on the property, wherever you are, recording from your mobile? Point being, everything that we just showed you guys today, the content calendar, the perfect posts, you have everything you need to create these. You have the desktop app, you have the mobile app for recording both of those, or you can even capture the video from your client for that appreciation post. So a little pause here, guys. We've given you guys the perfect 3 posts, the content calendar, and then now we've making sure that you have the instructions for recording those 3 types. What's left here, as I promised, is we're going to give you guys the perfect prompt, which is going to help you fill up the rest of your content calendar. Because, right, what does it take to batch record? You need a batch of videos. We gave you 3. I don't know if 3 counts as a batch. Like, what's the minimum to quantify batch? It's probably like 6 or something. I don't know. It's probably not 3 though. So we gave you guys 3 already recorded, ready to roll. Now we're going to show you guys the steps for how to use the AI to get the rest of your content calendar built out. Ina, go ahead and reshare that for me, the presentation, and then go ahead and go to the next one after this. So, guys, this is the prompt. You can take a minute, write this sentence down yourself right now, or we can get it to you in the deliverables. But this is essentially, except for instead of X, you're in place of X, you're going to put something specific for your real estate business. Is it, am I focused on sellers? Am I focused on buyers? Am I focused on people moving from out of town, veterans? So I'm going to put that in X. Whatever my specialty is, whatever I'm wanting to focus on, I'm going to put that in where the X is. So don't just leave X. Put your specialty, whatever you're trying to focus on your real estate business, replace that. Now, you're going to take that bit of copy. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to take over the screen. I'm going to show you guys how this works in real time. So I'm going to go into Dubb on the dashboard. Right here is the AI assistant. I'm going to go into my prompt and I'm going to say, write 30 topics for my, just let's say commercial real estate. Let's do a residential. I can type right now. Residential real estate business. Cannot type in Florida. I'm going to hit less words. I don't want to read so much, and submit. So now I've asked the AI with this, again, the perfect prompt. Perfect is sometimes simple, guys, and that's all this is. It's a very simple prompt that gives you exactly what you need. The only unsimple part is the X, where I said residential real estate in Florida. So again, replace that for yours. So boom, I asked for 30 topics. I was delivered 30 topics for my real estate business. Now I can take one of these topics, top 10 tips for first-time home buyers in Florida. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to come right back up to the AI, and I'm going to say, write, again, can't type right now, write a message based on this topic. And then I want this one to be 250 words because I want it to be a couple of minutes long. And then I'm going to hit resubmit. And it's going to give me a script. It's going to give me a full outline for exactly what that topic was. And then from there, I can click the button that says add to scripts. So now in just less than 2 minutes, I went from, I have no idea what to say, guys. What do I say on my social media channel? I have no idea. I went from there to now I have 30 topics. I know exactly, literally, I know exactly what to say. Here is exactly what to say. Are you a first-time home buyer in Florida? Well, congratulations, because purchasing your home is an exciting milestone. And I'm not going to read from the teleprompter here. You have the script available to you now. So again, from zero, no idea what I'm doing, all the way to I know exactly what I'm going to record today, tomorrow, the next day, because I got my 30 prompts. I got my scripts from those and I added them to the teleprompter. And from here, I also went and added it to my content calendar. We're going to give you guys the link to. So this is the 3 deliverables we promised for you guys here today to make this batch recording thing so much more possible and easy. We give you guys the content calendar to understand how to actually build this thing out. You need a calendar, you need a plan to execute. 2, we gave you some really great starting points, 3 perfect posts for your social media business. So don't have to guess. Those are 3 perfect ones. Then we gave you the ability to now fish for yourselves, to feed yourselves and explore and come up with your own content, even when you have no idea what to do. You can go from I have no idea all the way to I know exactly what to say in less than 2 minutes, just like I showed you guys here. So pause here, another break, guys. Questions on what we've talked about today, on any of the 3 deliverables or on this process for how to generate topics for your social media posting for batch recording. Guys, if there's any questions, now's a great time to let me know. I do have one in here. Doug says, do you have an Asana project template to share? That's a great question. Can you share templates through Asana, through into another Asana? Ruben, you're on mute.
I don't think you can, but I can show a screenshot of ours. It's basically just columns. It's the Kanban board. Let me try to pull that up in a second. And then Darius, I'm also ready to go on mobile as well.
Oh, good. Yeah. So I was going to say, I showed you guys the desktop piece. Ruben's now going to cover the mobile, just in case you guys haven't used the mobile device yet, or you prefer mobile. He's going to be able to take care of that for you. And then this is the Asana. It's the project management tool we mentioned, where instead of using a spreadsheet, you can use Asana or some project management tool instead.
Yeah,
it's a more advanced version of one of those.
Yeah, you can get a free Asana account. You can get a free project management tool, or frankly, you can just use Google Spreadsheets. Google Spreadsheets is absolutely great. I would say start with Google Spreadsheets, and just if you find a problem that you want to solve, use some sort of an app like this, because why just keep adding more software for yourself? But if everyone's ready, I'd like to switch over to mobile.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, great. So the thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to just so I stay on track here. I think there's 3 things that I'm going to do in mobile. Maybe Ina, if you could put these in the chat. Number 1 is I'm going to show you how to use AI on the mobile so that we can generate content. And then number 2 is I'm going to show how to record using the teleprompter. And then number 3 is I'm going to show you how to actually take clips from your phone that you've recorded, let's say at a home tour, and then to go in your car, which is my favorite recording studio, and to actually record some voiceover so you can make a really great voiceover real estate tour. Okay. The fact of the matter is that every time you go to an open house, every time you tour a property, it's a content opportunity. And if you'll notice this, some of the most successful real estate agents, this is what they do. Some of them go to really high-end homes, like Ryan Seahart. He goes to these high-end homes in Manhattan, $10 million condos, and he does a tour of the whole property, and they go massively viral, mostly because they're $10 million condos in Manhattan. But the point is, though, is that people in your neighborhood are interested to know what the new properties on the market are. And it's very easy to go and record a social media video where you don't have to be disruptive when you're walking around the space with your voice. You can do the voice after the fact. So I'm going to show those 3 things to you guys right now. So can I get a big fat 1 in the chat just to hype me up? I haven't had my coffee yet, my second cup of coffee. So replace my second cup of coffee with some 1s, boost me up a little bit. I'm going to share my screen here. Just so you guys know, I'm using Zoom here, and I'm sharing my phone connected via a FireWire cable. This is an iPhone, and Zoom has the ability to share a screen through an iPhone cable. I don't know if it works on Android actually, but it works on iPhone. So here we go. All right. So the first thing that I'm going to do is here I am in the Dubb mobile app. Okay. And the first thing I'm going to do is I need to generate content, right? So I'm going to go to my spreadsheet right here. Now, this is the spreadsheet that we've shared with you. So if you click on the link in the chat, you have this spreadsheet. These are generic topics. You got to make them your own for your own target and your own geography and whatnot. But it's a really great starting point. So my first topic is, let's see if I can find this here. 5 tips for first-time home buying, what you need to know, right? So that's pretty cool. So now I'm going to go back to the Dubb mobile app, and I'm not going to mention, I don't need to actually mention any of these optional tasks here, but if I want to, I can go social media. Oops. And then I can add the topic, 5 ways to increase the value of a home for selling. And then I want the tone to be empathetic, encouraging, entertaining, humorous. And now I think 50 words, maybe let's start a little small, 55 words. And let's let the AI do what it does, which is take its sweet time, but then it delivers this script. Okay, I love these emojis too. Okay, so now I've got the emojis are not really necessary for the teleprompter. Maybe we should add a switch to turn those off. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take add to scripts. I'm going to save this. And now this is in my script. So now I can go to the camera here on the Dubb mobile app. I can click on this button right here, which is for the teleprompter. I can select the script that I just imported. Okay. The emojis, just pretend they're not there because they shouldn't be. I think I used the wrong prompt. I did a social media post. I should have done a social media script, but that's okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the font size just a tad. I'm going to use, in this case, I'm going to use the auto scroller right here, and I'm going to be able to record this script. Now, I have not taken the time to go and edit this script, so I might flub some lines because it's not in my natural sort of delivery. But I encourage you to go take a couple of minutes to do that. But here's what it looks like. Click the record button. Are you selling your home? You can boost its value with these 5 fantastic tips. Number 1, add a splash of color. Paint those walls some vibrant, cheerful, ambient, awesome colors. You get the point. You go on, you read it. Make sure it's in your own language. Otherwise, you are going to flub your words, okay, which is what I just did, which is okay. If you want to record this in individual clips, you can also do that. So I've recorded one clip right here, right? Now I'm going to record the second thing. The second thing is to upgrade your curb appeal. You can plant flowers, you can have some trim on the hedges, and you can make the home the envy of the neighborhood, right? Interesting copy. That's probably from the humorous tone that I chose. And then so on and so forth. I can continue to add these bullets, right? And then I can add my last one. If you're interested in selling your home and getting the most value out of it in a sale, reach out, click on the link in my bio, and we should connect. Okay. So now we should always end with a call to action, something that gets them to click on the bio link or leave a comment or something, call me, email me. But you have here a social post. Now, here's the great thing about this. Number 1 is that you didn't have to write this content yourself. We used AI to assist us. Now, we added some HI, which is the human intelligence. And the second thing that's great about this is that we're recording this using a teleprompter. So we actually don't need to remember our script, or we don't need to go off the top of the dome, because that is where we can get distracted. So we really want to stay on track here. We want to read from the script or use it as a loose outline, recording clips and bursts. So we can take a breath, we can have some water, we can sort of recite what we're going to say, make sure that we're staying on track. And then finally, of course, once we're done, get out of the teleprompter, merge those beautiful clips together, and download this. You can upload this to Google Drive, which is what I'm going to do. You can post it immediately. You can upload it to Asana. You can email it to someone that does your social media. Are you still? There is a drafts mode on Dubb, which is a new feature on the bottom here. So that's another thing that you can do. But in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to download this video, which it's been downloaded. And then I'm just going to go to Google Drive, because that's just where I feel comfortable. I know that someone on my team is going to go in this social media folder, and they're going to go and they're going to do my posting. Okay. So what I do is I select this, I go like that, I upload it, and now it's getting uploaded to my Google Drive account. Now, at this point, depending on how organized I am, I can start to delegate. So what I might do in this situation is I might grab the URL of the Google Drive link, and then I might go into Asana, and then I might go into my social media board and click at new task, create it. And then here I can actually share this with someone on my team. So in my case, it would be Caleb. Shout out to Caleb. Caleb, thank you so much for helping us with social. And then once this video is uploaded, then what I can do is I can go grab the link. I can copy the link, and I can paste it right here. So now that person that's doing my social media, let's see if I can get that paste to appear. Paste, save. And then there it is. There's my completed. Oops, the link didn't get in there. That's interesting. I wonder why that happened. Let's try that again. Copy link.
I know stuff sometimes acts funky when you're doing when you're like screen sharing or whatever. Some of the stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I think it might be a Zoom block because I'm plugged in. Anyways, you can put the link in here. The other thing that you can also do is you can take this video that you recorded on Dubb, and you can use Dubb as a Google Drive alternative, because this file is going to upload to my Dubb account, and then I can share that URL. I can email it, I can text it, I can email it to myself, I can add it to Asana, add it to my spreadsheet. The choice is yours in terms of how you really want to get organized here. We're a little bit cautious to tell people exactly how to manage your project, your sort of social content calendar, because everyone does it in a slightly different way. So I'm just curious. I'd like to just get a little bit of a survey here. Are you guys using any type of a content calendar system currently? A spreadsheet, an email system, a text message, a thread in Slack? Is there anything that you guys are currently using that you either love, you hate, you're looking for something new? I'm really curious to get some feedback on that. Spreadsheet. Yeah, spreadsheets are a fantastic place to start. Honestly, you can do so much in that.
Yeah. I was gonna say too, Cher had a great question about it's hard to imagine how many words to choose.
Yeah.
That's just a rule of thumb, Christine, and everybody. What we recommend is using Kyra, right? If you guys have Kyra turned on, that's the AI assistant where it actually counts the number of words you're saying and your words per minute. So if you get an analysis of your words per minute, you know how fast you speak, which is me 200 words a minute. So if I want a 1 minute video, I'm going to ask for 200 words. If I want a 3 minute video, I'm going to ask for 600 words. So that's what I would do there, Cher, to get a better general idea of how many words you should ask for. Understand how many words per minute you speak, and then do the math on that and say, well, I want a 5 minute video, so it's X number of words.
And here's what that looks like. Any video on Dubb has the ability to go through our Kyra, which is an AI tool, so that you understand certain aspects of your speaking. This is kind of like Toastmasters. So in this video that I did, which is 28 seconds, I noticed that I spoke 97 words. So if I want to do a 30-second social media video, I'm probably going to select 100 words. That's for me, for my speed. If it were Darius, he speaks about 300 words per minute, so he could do a lot more. No, I'm kidding. No, so the other thing I was going to show you guys was, now let's do some clips. So I'm going to share my mobile phone. Okay. I've shown you guys now how to use AI to generate the script, how to import that script into the teleprompter, and then how to record a video. That's great. That's awesome. That's a really great start. That's a direct to camera video. Now, the next type of video I'm going to show you guys how to do is how to do a home tour, an open house, an office tour. What I'm going to do is, I'm in the mobile app. I've created a new video, which means I've just opened up the camera here, the little blue button on the bottom. And then I'm going to select this button right here, which is the import files button. Okay. Now, once I've selected this, while Darius was talking, I was recording a home tour while he was talking, and I wanted to get this prepared for you. So this is my home, actually, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. So I'm going to select some clips that I recorded on my phone. So these are just little 4 seconds, 7 seconds. You know, all these clips are less than 10 seconds. So I'm just going to add some clips here. I'm going to click Add Clips. I recorded these clips on my phone on my native camera. Okay, so just my regular camera, just on good old iPhone camera. This is where I recorded these videos. These videos are in my library right here. Just like how we're used to sharing them. I imported them into the, let me reset this actually. This is a beta version. Sorry, I shouldn't have switched. Sorry, let me redo that. Add clips. Okay, so I've added my clips now, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the next button, and what it's going to do is it's going to merge the clips together. Okay, so Again, this is a home tour. This doesn't have to be your listing. This can be someone else's listing. It can be a new listing that came on in the market, and you want to leverage the the opportunity, the visuals of this new listing, so that you can go, in this case, land a buyer, right? The same applies for sellers. If you want to acquire sellers, you can show that this is how you record home tours. Because as you guys know, a lot of real estate agents, they go hire a professional cinematographer. There's the drone person that comes. It takes a long time to get that done. It takes a week minimum. So in this case, you can show how immediate you are. There's ways to make this look elegant. There's ways to add production value. What I'm going to show you is my favorite thing, which is the voiceover. So now I have this video, which has combined all of these clips of, in this case, my home, right? There's no audio here. There's no voice, because in this case, I didn't want to record my voice while I was actually recording the videos. I just wanted to quietly record the clips, because chances are there's background noise, and I didn't want the background noise to interrupt and to make the production of this video poor. So I just decided to record these clips without any audio. I don't care that there's some background noise in here, because I can click this microphone icon. So now what I have is the ability to record a voiceover. Do you guys remember when I said your car is your best recording studio? It's true. Our cars are designed to be insulated from engine noise and from background noise, so that when we're driving, it's quiet. And that's why it's such a good place to record audio in your car. Just jump in the driver's seat, jump in the passenger seat, take a couple of minutes, upload your clips, just like what I did, and then take a minute to actually add clips. Sorry, to add your audio. And here's what that looks like. So this is a quick tour of a home here. It's a Spanish tile tour. You'll notice there's a living room. It's a formal living room that walks to the kitchen area. There's a little desk there. You know, you can get creative with this. You guys are the professionals, and you know how to describe these places. Each and every audio clip that you record is going to be a little play button, right? So you can actually preview it. You can hear what it sounds like. And then once you've added your audio, you can break this into a couple of sections, just like this. All right, so let's check out the kitchen here. We've got a nice open kitchen with some counter space, a couple of counter stools. Here's the outdoors. We've got a pool. Make it fun, guys. You know, prepare yourself, get your script a little bit, make it interesting. Remember, this is social media content. We have to educate and we have to entertain. You know, we have to make it about them. You know, imagine if you could have your kids playing in this pool. Here's the staircase and a piano, so on and so forth. You get the point. Let's merge these videos together. Added audio up, original audio down. So I repeat, added audio up, original audio down. There's nothing in the audio that I'm going to want to show in this video whatsoever. I just want my added audio, which is my voiceover. And then it merges them. I can save it to my drafts, or I can upload this to Dubb, or I can click this download button. This is the download button right here, which means now I've got a social media. That's my social media post. I go back into my cycle. I go back into Google Drive. I can upload it there. I can add it to Asana. I can add it to my spreadsheet. Like if this was my topic, then maybe I have another word, which is link. And now I have my Google Drive in there, my Google Drive link, my Dubb link. I can add it literally right here. Now, boom, it's in there, right? Now someone else can do this. I can do this. I can schedule all of this stuff in one day. What do you guys think? I need to get some feedback here. I'm going to go ahead and upload this video, but I'm going to open up the floor for some questions, comments, and concerns. What I showed you guys, just to recap, was the ability to use AI to generate a script, add the HI, add it, but make it your own. Number 2 is how to record a video using the teleprompter. That makes recording extremely easy. Number 3 is how to record clips from an open house, from a tour, from an office tour, meeting the team, importing it into the Dubb mobile app. You can add voiceover if you want. You don't have to. When you add clips, you can actually record another clip right from the phone. You can say, hey, folks, I just wanted to give you a quick tour of a home that just landed on the market. Check this out. And then boom, the next clip plays. So you can add a clip manually to that camera project if you want. So that's the recap. Love to get some feedback.
Oh, we got two good questions here. Pat, you're up first, my friend. If you want to turn your microphone on here. You said, thanks, Ruben. I'm still in a trial. I did the trial version, but on using the script, but could not figure out how to not show it to your folks in the video. So Pat, is your microphone on, buddy? Are you
Yeah, yeah, I'm here,
doing
buddy.
a screen recording, or what type of video were you doing?
I don't know. I've been playing around with it. And by the way, I love it. I'm about to launch the pro version. I mean, it's really I did the I did the demo with
Oh,
one of
nice.
your reps, and it was just amazing.
Love it.
But yeah, I was just messing around with the script, and I tried the script, and then when I went to send the video, it actually
You could see it.
sorry, I got my daughter here with me.
Okay.
It actually was still like the script was like right there.
Right. Okay. Okay. So then you were doing a screen recording then, I guess. Um, let me show you guys what he's talking about. So there's two different screen recorders. One is the Chrome extension. Sorry about my million tabs here.
And by the way, the Chrome, I haven't been using the Chrome extension recording because it seemed a little blurry. I'm just using the desktop version.
I see. Yeah. So then here's the difference there. One is this one. This will be visible, guys. If you have like the teleprompter on the desktop app, that can be visible. Let me minimize this really quick. So like if I click on this, and this teleprompter will be visible if I'm recording my full screen. If I use the current
I
tab,
got you.
then it'll only record the current tab, and at which point my teleprompter would not be visible because it's only going to record the current tab. But more importantly, guys, I would not actually use the teleprompter on the extension. It's sort of not perfect. Whereas the desktop app, this one, the teleprompter is our best version because it's always right up next to the camera as close as it can be. You can adjust it so that it's the right height and size and speed and all those things, and it's going to remember all those settings. The only thing I could think of is there is right here a checkbox that says display controls in recording. So by default, this is turned off. So when you first install the app, this will be turned off, and your controls and your teleprompter and stuff will not be visible in the recording. But if we turn that switch on, it's going to say, okay, restart. Now all of a sudden, the controls are invisible. So like when I go to launch this, you guys probably won't see the controls anymore. So that is the other difference there. Just make sure that your box to display the controls is not checked, because you do not want your controls visible.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no, good question. Check that one out. See if you can check while we're here. I want to make sure that was the issue. I know I did have another user, actually our teammate Rob did report, because guys, these desktop apps, we're in a beta right now. We're releasing new versions like once a week or every 2 weeks or something, with little updates, little modifications, because we want to get the technology to you guys as quick as we can as we're improving it. So if you have any little issue, just let us know. Reach out as quick as possible. Say, hey, I have this checkbox turned off, but I can still see the control. Just let us know, because there might be a little something to fix, or maybe you're on an old version and just need to reinstall to get the latest version. We'll work through that though. If you're having any issues, come to the support, which is taken care of.
I also wanted to add, yeah, thank you so much, Pat, for joining us. Really appreciate that. Appreciate the question.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
and
Thank
welcome.
you guys.
And welcome.
Appreciate it.
Let's go 10x.
The other thing
Yeah, let's do it.
is, I know you had your demo, but when people upgrade to their pro, we do also offer an additional call after that, which is the optimization call. So we can connect with you again, a team member of ours, one-on-one, and just make sure your buttons and presets, your shortcuts, like the desktop app, you have and it works, and you can record it, and you're not getting stuck somewhere. So we do want to make sure every paid subscriber has the opportunity to connect for that optimization call as well, because the last thing we want you to do is pay for something and then not be able to use it for any reason. So definitely take advantage of that.
Eileen mentioned that. I just got her, I forgot her name, but she had mentioned that once you sign up for that. I think that's a great service. So once I get rolling, I'll definitely set that up.
If you have a chance to do whatever little things you want to explore with a little bit, definitely come back to that green bubble and say, hey, I'd like to set up my optimization call. Good.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Thank you.
Share, this one's for you. This is the download button on when you record a video on the Dubb mobile app. That's how you download the video. And then the other place, so That's the first place. And then once you upload the video, once the video is uploaded, the second place that you can also click the clip itself and click the download button. And then the third place is if you select a video and then you select these 3 dots, you can select download video right there.
And then there's the Omni piece, right? Where you can click upload and it gives you the option to upload.
Yeah.
But it downloads. So yeah, either way, share. Yes, you are correct. It's going to download the MP4 version of the video to your mobile device, and at which point you can upload to any social platform.
Yeah. You can say we make sharing very easy.
Right. Good. Okay, what else we got?
Share had another question though. Let's see here. I don't know if it was on the Dubb mobile app.
I think it's desktop. So Ralph said, can text be added on the screen?
Oh yeah.
That's
on the
both.
desktop?
Yeah, there's both places you can add text on the screen now. Ralph, which one are you more interested in, or both? You're still here with us, right?
Desktop or mobile app?
Or both. I'd say both.
Okay. I'll show the desktop and then Ruben will show the mobile.
Deal.
So in order to add text on the desktop, you need the desktop application. So I'm going to launch this guy really quick here. Open my Finder, Dubb. And now when I go to do a screen recording, the advanced annotation tools, one of those is text. So now I can put the text and I can say hello or whatever other text that I want. So what I would recommend is using the pausing function to do that, right? So because you don't want to see yourself typing the letters on the screen. So instead what you do is during your recording, you're going to say, hey guys, I want to share a quick message with you. Pause. Then I come in, add the text and say hello there. And then I would resume the video. And now they would be able to see the text there immediately versus having it be in between the pauses. So,
hey Darius, can you show me where that you add the text again?
Yeah, so right on the right, can you see the control bar?
I can see it.
And then there's the little text box.
Right Actually, sorry, Darius, we cannot see your control bar. I think you shut it off.
Oh yeah, that's right. I shut off the controls. Sorry, guys. Yeah. I always have them on because I'm always demoing it, but then I shut them off to demo that. And
no, it was perfect because you were showing the icons on the website, so it looked like you were showing controls.
Right. But I wasn't. So okay, now you guys can see on the right here, there's a little text bubble or text option. So I select the text option, then I can bring my cursor and then I can type.
Perfect. Thank you.
You got it.
And you can change the color as well and move that.
Yeah,
around.
right. Color selection, font size are both there to select as well. Just be aware, guys, if you have one of these screen drawing options on your cursor, you can't do anything else. Like if I have text selected on my screen, I can't come click on other things. It's trying to write text. So just be sure that you either shut off the annotation tool, now I can click on the screen, or that you don't have one selected, because having one selected, that's all that your mouse is going to do is whatever tool you have selected.
You can also shut it off right here on this little switch on the top.
Yeah.
You can also shut it off. So if you need to go and reuse your mouse, just shut it off and then turn it back. To turn it back on, you have to use one of the controls, one of the tools. But that's so that, does that make sense, everyone? When you're using the annotations, your mouse will not work because it's in drawing mode. So make sure that you just shut it off. There's a little switch, you can toggle it, or you can just shut the whole thing off just by clicking this button right here. So play around with that on the Dubb desktop app. And then I will show how to do text on the mobile app. Let me just go ahead and do my trick here.
Let's do it.
Sharing screen. All right. So what I'll do here. Two second minimum. 1, 2. All right, here we go. 3 seconds. Click the next button. And then I'm going to click the text icon. I can move it. I can twist it. Change the color, change the font. And then that kind of burns it in. So it's your choice if you want to add text like this. This is all production. The more production you do, the more time it takes. So just be intentional with this. And just the most important thing is that you get it done, you get it shared, you get the video created. So I wouldn't say get caught up on a lot of the on a lot of the features, because a lot of the times what happens is people just stop. They just don't do it because they get fatigued. But since we're talking about features, you can add music, you can trim, you can add text, you can add voiceover, and the last one with that little clock icon, that's a hyperlapse video. So actually, since I'm here, I'd love to show you guys the hyperlapse video, because what happens is a lot of the times if we have a long video, let's say that we do an entire tour of a condo and it's like a 60-second video, right? So this one's 30 seconds. This might be too long, right? So what I can do is I can click on this, I can edit it, and I can use this hyperlapse where I 10x the speed. So all of a sudden, maybe that's too fast. Maybe 5x is a little bit better, right? Have you seen those social videos where it's like a fast tour of the property and then there's voiceover after the fact? I really love those. You can mute it as well and just hyperlapse it. And then what's cool about this is that you can go add voiceover to a sped up video. So it's like hyper efficient. Think about that for a second. If it takes you 10 minutes to walk through the house to do the tour, you can take that 10-minute clip and you can make it 60 seconds, and then you can add some voiceover over it. It becomes entertainment. It's fun to watch. You're walking through the house, you're going inside and outside and up the stairs. I've seen a lot of great videos like this. I've also seen people spend a lot of money on cinematographers and editors to do this. You can all do this now right in the palm of your hand. So I encourage you guys to try that. Just every week, come back and tell us how it worked out and let us know and give us feedback, and we'll improve this. And, you guys can improve the process as well. So.
Nice. Good. All right. We got a couple more questions.
Okay.
Let's see here. Share, how do you bring the controls back up? Do you mean for the desktop app, or which one are you referring to?
The desktop app. I was referring to when you were talking to Pat and you made the controls disappear, or you checked them.
Oh yeah. So got it. So did you see how I did that? I just had to check the box to make them visible again.
Yeah, I understand that, but what if you need the controls while you're doing a video or something? I've had to do that where, I don't know. How do you bring them back up?
Well, let me see what you mean here. So I'm just going to go to Dubb over here. So when I click the controls, are you PC or Mac?
I'm Mac.
I see. So yeah, Mac should be easy. At all times, if the Dubb application is not running, like right now, my Dubb app is not running. So I'm going to go to Finder, Applications, and I'm going to turn on the Dubb app. Once the Dubb app is installed and it's running, you're going to have a shortcut right here. So you can just click on the shortcut, go to record screen, and then now it's going to bring up the controls. And if I close these controls and I need to reopen them, like this time the app closed, but I would just go reopen the app again. So back application, open Dubb, and then now my controls are there. The other time where they will disappear is while you're recording. So while I press record, there's going to be this control bar changes. You can see the controls are now different. And then I can press the check mark there and the control bar will disappear until I go to record a second piece, the screen or the webcam, at which point the control bar will reappear. So does that make sense, Cher?
Yes, thank you.
You got it. And if you have anything funky or something happening, make sure you install the most recent version. We are updating this app constantly, so make sure you guys go to dubb.com/desktop-app and install the latest version from here. Do not go to the Apple Store or something like that. Make sure you guys get just from this location. I'll put the link in the chat. So, yes, make sure. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize my camera was off that whole time, guys. Sorry.
Calvin, you had a question. If you'd like to turn on your mic, you're welcome to, Calvin. You're on mute, Calvin. So you're on mute. I think you're talking, or maybe you're not. So, okay, Calvin.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
go ahead.
sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, great. Yeah, on my phone. But anyhow, so the question is, since I do home inspections and stuff, and I'm giving them different clips of things that's wrong with the property, and then I'm putting it all together But so far, what I've
Perfect.
been doing is doing it from Dubb, where I'll start the video, say something for 30 seconds, stop it. That'll be one clip. Then I do another one again, record, maybe like water heater. And then I record that for 30 seconds. And then I go to the next one. And so
Yeah.
I have a whole row of clips, multiple
Yeah.
clips. And,
Okay.
and then at the end, I merge all of them to get uploaded. Should I do it that way, or should I record with my cell phone
I'd love to get
camera?
Darius's take, but here's my take on this. So when I'm in a situation where if someone can call me while I'm using my phone for something, it gives me some anxiety because if I'm working on a project, like if I'm uploading a file to Google Drive or if I'm making a Dubb little video project with a bunch of clips and someone calls me and I have to get out of that app, I might lose my data. I might lose things, right? So, I mean, there's all sorts of things on the Dubb mobile app that saves it to your phone. Like after you record a clip, it automatically saves it. There's a setting for that because we don't want you to lose your clips and your data. But my recommendation is actually just to use your native phone to record your individual clips. And then in the comfort of your car or your office or wherever you are, then just go and trim them so it's not too much stuff. You don't want this video to be too long, and then go and import them into the Dubb mobile app. So that would be my recommendation.
Mine's actually going to be very similar.
That's what I did.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
The reason I'm going to recommend when to use the Dubb app is when you need the Dubb app, like with the teleprompter, when you want filters, when you want the stuff that the Dubb app offers, then definitely use the Dubb app to record your clips. Otherwise, you're perfectly welcome to just use a regular native camera, because when you record on Dubb, it's going to save it to your native camera anyways. So it's sort of like a double save. So yeah, if you don't need the teleprompter or filters or recording functions in the Dubb app, if you just need your native, just use the native camera. And like Ruben mentioned, there's no chance of internet connection failure or anything like that. So, and then you can go upload those whenever you want. So that would be my recommendation as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Thanks for joining.
Great. And then the other thing, if I record all multiple clips in the Dubb app, can I rotate the second video with the third video, or
yes,
vice versa? So I can just touch it and then just
slide
it over.
Do that either way as well. So whether you recorded the clips directly into Dubb or you recorded the clips outside of Dubb and added them into Dubb, you'll be able to do that where you can reorder, just like Ruben's showing now, where you just tap the thumbnail and then you can drag it to the left or right like that. So yes, you can reorder those clips.
Okay, perfect. That was the other thing I wanted to do.
Yep. No,
okay.
Good.
All right. Sounds great so far. Love it, man. I'm gonna make this thing work. I've been using it.
And then send a message to Ralph, because you might have a partner there.
Okay. Tell Ralph it's Florida, but I think he asked a question about
perfect.
where
that's what it's all about. Awesome. That's what it's all about. We're all bringing each other up.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right, so I'll go back to mute it or whatever.
Right on.
Let me see here.
I wanted to just take I wanted to take a little commercial break, and I wanted to remind you guys that every single day at 10 a.m. we have a training call that Darius has been leading for years now, and it is one of the most powerful things that I think you can participate in, because if you have questions, if you have concerns, if you have things that you're struggling with, even if it's outside of Dubb, we're willing to, if we have the information and if we know it, we're willing to help you. Even if you come to us and say, I'm struggling with Google Drive or my native camera or whatever it is, we're here to help you guys. So 10 a.m. Pacific, dubb.com/T. Join us and hang out with us. We have fun. You guys can tell we're casual. We have fun. We want to make sure that people are enjoying themselves. So cruise on in there. And the other thing is that in the Dubb dashboard, there is the ability to sign up for our partner program. Now, our partner program is very special. There's a 30% recurring commission if you sign up for our partner program. And what that means is if you share your specific link that's been generated for your account with other folks, you're going to earn a 30% recurring commission. So I don't know a lot of software companies that do this. I think there are a couple. We're not the only, but it's very, very, very rare to see this. So just imagine if there's a real estate team that that has 10 agents on it, and they are paying $50 a month for Dubb or whatever the cost is depending on their plan. Imagine if you got 30% of that. That's a car payment. That's a Tesla Model X. It's a mortgage if you continue to do this. It's a vacation home. It's a holiday every year. So I encourage you guys to go to your Dubb dashboard. Here on the right side where it says be a partner, click on that apply now button. How about we make it where we pay you guys instead of you're paying us?
That's our ultimate goal. I love that. I'm like, hey guys, come get a source. Sweet. Okay, guys, we got a couple more, and now we're coming up to the end, guys. So if you want to drop your last minute questions in there, let them be known because we're going to answer the ones that are here. So, Jose, you had a question on presets.
Yeah, just real quick. So you know how sometimes you have buyers and you have sellers. So if you do the video, because I do, on Listing to Leads, they give you the little pamphlet for sellers and buyers.
Yep.
So if I do one for a video, I know that when you click on it, it's already set for buyer. But if you want to change it to seller, is there an easier way to do it, or you got to go back into the presets and reset?
No, yeah. So that's a great question. This is how that would work. So guys, what he's talking about is when you record a video on Dubb, you should at this point have a default preset set up. Unless you're brand new, you will get one when your optimization call. So right now I have what's called the Darius preset. That's my default. So maybe you have one that's for buyers or whatever. The way that it works is when you record, all the settings in this preset, in this case, my call to actions and my playlist and my designs, all those things will be added to my video automatically. However, you can have different presets. And so when you want to share a video with somebody else, you can instantly change that preset just right here. So I would like, for example, we have my Darius preset or we have reviews. So I can instantly change between those and it's going to reapply all the different buttons and settings at once.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's where it happens, Jose. So
awesome.
As you're recording the video, as soon as it's done, you just come flip this one switch to whether it's a buyer or seller or otherwise.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Darius.
Got it, brother. Yeah, no, good question. And definitely you guys should have that as well. If you like, he has listing to leads where he knows whether his lead is a buyer or a seller. When you're communicating with a buyer or a seller, do you think you want to show a seller buyer information? Like, hey, I work with buyers. That's not ideal, right? You want to show the seller that, look, I work with sellers. I have seller testimonials. Here's my listing presentation teaser, right? That's what you want to show a seller. So really important there, Jose. I like that. Not everyone's quite ready to distinguish between their buyers and seller leads, but when you are, absolutely recommended to have something different for them. They're very different people, right? In terms of where they're at and where they're how they're choosing their real estate agent and stuff. So make sure you're catering to that, guys.
But the number one thing, the automations is a game changer. So that converts leads, especially for everybody here who is a realtor and doing business. If you're not using the automation, it's a game changer and it will up your conversion like dramatically.
Exactly. So, speed to lead is so critically important. If someone's on there at midnight home shopping, because that's the only time they have to do it, and you follow up with them the next day at like 10 a.m. or whatever, they're in a completely different spot now. They went to sleep. They thought they did something else. They're somewhere else. If you get a response to them within like 5 minutes of them while they're hot, that response rate is much, much higher. So your lead is clicking on your site. They're clicking on an ad at midnight. Again, you don't get to them to 8 a.m. the next day. You get probably half the appointments you would get versus if you were able to follow up with something immediately. And in this case, we're talking about a nice video that feels personal. We're going to say, hey, it's Jose. I saw your information here. It looks like you're looking to purchase in our area. We're going to take great care of you. My information's below. You'll see some testimonials. We can't wait to work with you. And imagine that compared to any other follow-up they're going to get. It's going to fall short, and that decision is going to be easy to make. So definitely take advantage of what he's talking about there, guys. Automation's the final frontier, and every top producer is doing it, unless they're, like I said, like 90 years old and they've been using a Rolodex or something. I have met those guys. I was like, no way. Yeah, it's possible, but we're not those people. So good. Pat, what do you recommend for lighting? So what I actually have, I think what both Ruben and I have, it's kind of hard to show here. It's a ring light though, either this size or a little bit bigger, just a ring light. You can spend from like 20 bucks, maybe up to like $100. I think this one was like 80 because it's huge and it had different colors and it's wireless. And I got like the high end ring light. And so that's what I'm using currently. I also have some other lights for other footage and stuff, but the ring light will be very sufficient. The other thing is a window. A front, if you have a window on this side of you, natural light is very powerful. You just want to make sure that it's directly in front of you, because if it at any angle or side, it'll cast shadows. If it's behind you, it's the worst. If it's to the left or right, you'll get half of your face shadowed. So you'll want a window directly in front of you, or some sort of little ring light would be sufficient. So
Cool.
great question there, Pat.
Thanks, boss.
Yep.
I'll show you guys quickly what my lighting setup looks like.
Yeah, mine's very similar to Ruben's. Exactly. Nice.
Right. So this is my home office. Let me give you some context here. So this actually is my home office, which is in our little second garage. And I've just turned this into a studio basically. And then at my work at the office, it's a different thing where I have a permanent ring light. So here at the home office, I have these are these little globe lights, and I can turn these on and off, which is just really convenient because I always have lights. So I have two of those. And then I have this ring light right here. And that seems to work really great for lighting. So I'm really happy with this. So if you like the idea of a ring light, then you can grab a ring light. If that's a little bit too intimidating, then just consider getting some sort of a diffused light. In this case, it's these. I got these from IKEA, and they're just the globe lights. And all I did was I just got some powerful, I think 60-watt LED bulbs. 100-watt would be really bright. So if you really want it to be lit up, then do 100-watt LED bulbs. But I think the point here is to get a diffused light source. If you have a window, that can work as long as it's not too harsh. But make sure that you have sort of even lighting coming right at you and not a light source behind you, because that's going to give you the silhouette effect, like the Halloween look. So you don't want that unless it's October 31st.
Right, unless it's Halloween. What's coming up, guys? 2 months of Halloween, right? Like, who already started their Halloween stuff?
Every month they start selling Halloween stuff a month earlier. Pretty soon they're going to sell it in January.
Right. Good. Okay, guys. Any other final questions here? We can wrap up for you.
I got one more question.
Yes.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Darius. But Ruben, in regards, I know you wear glasses. So with
these are readers. These are readers.
Oh, okay.
And blue blockers.
But the lighting is the question. The ring light. I think, right?
Yeah, because so for me, I have one of those lights, but I have to put it a certain way because you could see it right here.
Right. Well, let's take a look what the diffused globe light looks like.
Yeah, I think the diffused light would work better. But
see, this is my globe light right here.
It's straight in the middle.
See, I don't have that problem. I mean, you can see it if I do that.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing that. I'm doing this. So maybe do that.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Thank you
so
so
you
much.
see the same thing here. You would need to put it either at a certain distance or like the angle. If I do it just like that, I'm in the clear. But any higher, it's would definitely be weird. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the diffusion. So
good question.
Yeah, great question.
All right, guys. You guys know here we're available every weekday. We will continue to provide these trainings every week. It's going to be something unique, something different every time. So feel free to come back and learn. Tell your friends. Appreciate you guys. So
yeah, the whole tell your two friends thing. We love that. So tell two friends about Dubb. We'd love to get you guys in here. We'd love to get your friends in here. Share your referral link. This Zoom link is a totally shareable asset. You don't need to be a paying customer of Dubb to join this. This is for everyone and anyone. We appreciate you guys, and thank you so much for participating. Thank you for the questions. Guys, my best feedback when it comes to social, and I will give this to myself, I will look in my iPhone mirror, is to stay consistent. We have to stay consistent. So if that means recording once a day and then posting yourself or having someone else do it, that's great. If that means, blocking out a Friday or a Sunday or a Saturday, once a month to record a bunch of content, maybe go check out a bunch of open houses, record those videos, get into that mindset of just being a content creator. I think what's really brilliant about this is that it's not about being a social media personality. It's about leads, guys. It's about high quality leads for the lowest possible price. That's what this all comes down to. That's That's what we should start with, and that's what we should end with. You guys want leads. You don't want to go pay third-party companies, become dependent on those, be paying $250 or $500 per lead. Who knows if you're going to close those leads? You want to have control. It's all about control. The most successful people on the planet, they believe in controlling their environment, and this allows you to self-control the quality and the quantity of your leads that are coming in for your pipeline. So stay consistent and stay positive and enjoy yourself. Find the joy in it because it's fun. It gets frustrating at times, but it's fun.
Right. I love that, Ruben. And just on final note on that too, the quality of these leads will be the highest. It's not cold advertisement people that are like, who the hell are you? It's like, John, I saw your stuff. You're a genius, John. I want to talk to John about selling my. So it's a 100% different experience when you brought someone into you versus you trying to break in through their door or their mailbox or whatever. So try it out, guys. I promise you those leads they're warmer than a referral because they're like, it's you. I'm actually getting to speak to you. It's like a celebrity.
Right.
So
that's a really good point. A referral, you might not know the person. The person might say, I have a really good real estate agent. But a parasocial referral means they saw your video online. They watched you, your screen, your face, whatever it may be, and they built that parasocial trustworthy relationship with you. So when they leave a comment or when they send you a DM or when they click on your hopefully your Dubb bio link, maybe you could share the Dubb bio link article so people can know how to do that. They actually can connect with you because they feel like they know you. So I really encourage that. One thing I forgot to mention is that this is a $10 or $20 lavalier mic right here that plugs into an iPhone. This also works for Android. So this is a really good cost-effective way to get really good audio. If you could share the dubb.com/gear link. There's also a wireless mic that we're recommending by Hollyland, which I think is $100, but it's wireless and one device plugs into your phone. And then that's the transmitter to the receiver, which clips on your shirt. So if you want wireless, it's $100 versus like 10 or 20 for the wired one. Take a look at that link, and best of luck to you guys. Join us next week, please. And again, tell your friends. We'd love to have you guys. More the merrier. It's a party.
We'll take great care of them, guys. We really will. Individualized attention, group trainings.
Always
make sure they get great taken care of, and they'll tell you, hey, thanks for sending me that way. All right. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.